Hey guys, if you like this content, I would greatly appreciate it if you guys liked the video and subscribed to my channel. It helps make these videos worth it going forward.
What's up, guys? Altcoin Sherpa here with a crypto market review. As always, this is not financial advice. I am not an expert. Do your own research. Okay, so today let's just review BTC USD on the 1 day. What are we looking at? We are looking at a high time frame bearish market structure with a current ranging type of structure in the midterm. So what do I mean by that? I mean that if you look on higher time frames, there's just lower highs and lower lows across the board. Um, and until we break market structure on high time frame charts to the upside, as in breaking this 46K level, I don't really think this is going to be a bullish market structure. Um, the one saving grace that the bulls do have is that they have a higher low. So for now, if you denote this 33K area as a low established back in late January, and this recent low set in late February around 34K. This is a higher low. And with that said, we still hit a lower high after that God candle in late February, the monthly close. That was essentially just a fake out, and the entire move just got totally retraced. And it's also important to note too that during that move we hit a lower high. Like we didn't break above this 45.8K level, and we only hit barely a little bit lower, 45.4K. So right now, what we're seeing is, especially if you look on lower time frame charts, we're seeing higher lows and lower highs, and this is traditionally a type of ranging type of price action when you see moves like this. Like you basically can use trend lines and it's diagonals. These are a little bit harder in general, in my opinion, but uh, you know they certainly can be helpful in terms of deciding consolidation and breakouts and what have you. And we're also seeing lower highs, as I said before. So usually when you see price action like this, it's very choppy, and it's usually fairly hard to tell what the short-term trend will be. That's why I just prefer to defer to the high time frame trend, which is still bearish my eyes, until 46K gets broken. At that point, I think then you can start making some arguments for a bullish market structure on the daily, and the reason is just because you have higher lows across the board, and then you'd at that point you'd have higher high. Now, where do I personally view like the bottom? Like this looks like it could be a bottom structure forming. Usually you'll see this type of price action when you see bottoms going, but the problem is that I'm still kind of waiting for one last shakeout. This could have been it. I don't know. This moved from like this 45K all the way down to 37, but I was expecting something a little bit more violent. And this is just a slow, grindy price action. Like this is not. It's not like May where May just shook everybody out like immediately within 1 week span, and then we just chopped around for a few months after that. This is just a slow, painful grind where we just have lower highs and lower lows, and this is very difficult to trade in general for a lot of people, myself included. And I think right now it's just best to keep a high time frame bearish market structure mindset. So you're just looking for shorts instead of longs right now. There is a lot of confluence still within this kind of low 30Ks area, and this is an area that I was viewing for a long time. Personally, I was like viewing the low 30Ks. Certainly possible for it to come again with this trend line, um, and of course, like the high time frame 30K area. Or 28K, kind of around that area, is an area that we're looking at as well. There's going to be a lot of support at that area. For now, though, I still believe that low 30Ks should be like a pretty good longing spot. Do I think the bottom is mostly in? Like I think that potentially we see 28K. Like that's always in the back of my mind. I don't really think that that's going to go away until we start showing some really strong strength. But until that time, like, I still am thinking that 28K, 30K, those are all potential possibilities for Bitcoin right now. And if that happens, all coins are just going to take a big dump, in my opinion. So what's my overall plan right now? My overall plan right now is just to basically wait for either a break of this low at 34.3K. That would make a lower low. At that point, it's clear it's like still bearish market structure. Or I'm waiting to see a break of this high right around 46K. If that 46K level goes, then I believe that we are going to see a bullish market structure in the short term, and then I'd target kind of this low mid 50Ks area. That's kind of like my overall plan. Until that time, I still would not be surprised at all to see this like continue chopping around. Kind of keep this trend line with some deviations on both ends, but for now, that's kind of my overall plan. Is just like wait to see if 34 gets broken, and that would make a lower low, or 46K, that would make a higher high. Until that time, I honestly have no clue. Um, it is interesting to look at lower time frames. The EMAs are all resetting, which is what you want to see. Usually this, like when you see EMAs crossing price and vice versa very frequently, that's usually indicative of consolidation and price starting to bottom out a little bit. But I think with regards to so many different unknown macro factors, I just don't know what's going to happen with Bitcoin. But as I said, I'm just waiting for a break of 34K below or 46 higher. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Sorry that's not much clarity, but that's kind of my plan right now.